What's going on, guys? Kaz Cray back with another Baltimore State Dynasty video, and it is senior day in Baltimore as the Stallions play their last regular season home game of the season against the Florida International Golden Panthers. Of course, the Golden Panthers, the only team Baltimore State still hasn't defeated in Conference USA play, as they look for their second straight bid to the Conference USA Championship game. Florida International out of that race, but they play Baltimore State, Marshall, and Florida Atlantic over the next 3 weeks, so they can play spoiler to any three of these teams. But Baltimore State trying to get their first victory against Florida International in this game. And this could be the final home game for a few Baltimore State players. Not too many seniors on this roster, but this could be the end of the road as we are underway after the kickoff. Scott just going to nail it for FIU. And the Golden Panthers will start out at the 25-yard line. Maurice Alexander under center yet again for FIU. So he'll drop back on 1st and 10. Throws off balance to Jadarius Phillips. And a 2-yard loss. Demerick Cole, one of the seniors on this team, makes the tackle. That's going to be a 2nd and 12. Here's Phillips. And a nice tackle after a 9-yard gain. Nordly Ford, another senior on this team, makes a stop. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 3. I formation for FIU. And here's a handoff to Phillips, and Phillips can't get the first down. A 1-yard gain. Dwight Patrick able to make the stop, and FIU will punt it away. Baltimore State going to have the ball at about the 36-yard line. Niko Riles, just his second career start on senior day. He'll hand it off to Miles Reed up the left side, and Reed on his first carry of the game gets 11 yards on the first down. Now it's a 2nd and 2. Baltimore State across midfield now. Here's the counter to Reed. He has space, a nice hole. And he's up to about the 36-yard line after a 9-yard gain. New set of downs for Baltimore State, but now we have a 3rd and 7. Riles in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. A quick slant to the left side to Harewood, and Javier Harewood up to the 21 now. Baltimore State just outside of the red zone. Now we have a 1st and 10. Riles in the shotgun. He drops back. He has time. He's going to try to scramble, but he's sacked and he fumbles it. It's picked up by Noah Curtis, the defensive end. And I don't think anybody's going to catch Curtis. He is gone. That's going to be a 63-yard fumble return for a touchdown as FIU takes an early 7-0 lead off a big mistake by Niko Riles. And he'll look to rectify that mistake on this drive. Now a 1st and 10, handoff to Reed. Takes it outside, and he gets hit hard after a gain of 6. Now it's going to be a 2nd and 4. Riles in the shotgun. Here's the play fake. He's going to roll out right. Riles has plenty of time, throws it deep to Harewood, and it's nearly intercepted by Dorian Hall. But he just couldn't hold on to it. Just a bad throw by Riles on that one. Now a 3rd and 4. Play action again. He's going to get it out left side to Griffin, and Rayshon Griffin, it's a fumble, and it rolls out of bounds 3 yards behind him. But Baltimore State going to challenge not only if it was a fumble or not, but the spot as well. It looked like he had the first down. Cross the plane, and his elbow definitely hits before the ball gets out. So this should be an easy reversal for the ref. We'll have to see, though.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
So they do reverse the call on the field, and it is a first down for Baltimore State. So now it's going to be a 2nd and 4. Play fake by Riles. He's going to throw to Harewood. Harewood able to fight forward for the first down. 6 yards on the play. And now it's going to be a new set of downs, but now we have a 3rd and 7 for Baltimore State. Riles back to pass. And he's going to dump it off to Reed. It was nearly swatted away, but Reed makes the catch, and he's up the right sideline. And he's pushed out of bounds after a 28-yard gain up to the 29-yard line. New set of downs, and now we have a 2nd and 12. Here's Riles. Riles just unable to get the ball off. That would have been a wide-open screenplay, but Curtis there to make the sack. Curtis, of course, the one to return the fumble for a touchdown. Now it's 3rd and 18. Riles rolls left. He's going to throw left side, and he finds Harewood again. Harewood up to the 11-yard line after a 26-yard gain. All right, new set of downs just outside the 10. 1st and 10. Time running down in the first quarter. Riles going to roll out to the right. He has time. And he's going to throw, and it's caught by Griffin in the end zone for a touchdown. A great throw by Riles, just fitting it into that tight window. And that's a great way to end the first quarter as Baltimore State ties it up at 7-7 as we enter the second quarter of football. Second quarter action coming at you. Florida International now is a 2nd and 8. Here's Alexander. Going to throw it to Armour. And Armour, an 8-yard gain in the play. Zach Armour Been a fixture on the FIU offense for the past few years. And now 3rd and 1. Alexander throws to Hutchinson, but Taquan Clay able to break it up, and FIU will punt it away. So Baltimore State football is a 2nd and 10. Little read option action, handoff to Reed, and Reed able to fight forward for about 9 yards, just a yard shy of the first down marker. Now 3rd and 1. Here's Riles. Throws the screen, but he's hit as he throws, incomplete. And Baltimore State will have to punt it away. FIU football at about the 29-yard line. Now it's a 2nd and 11. Alexander back to throw. Just going to try to scramble. Slowed down by Collier, and Cole comes up to make the stop. A 3-yard loss on a sack as Collier got his hands on him first. And then Cole able to finish off the play. So that's going to be a 3rd and 14. Alexander in the shotgun. 2 receivers on either side. Alexander drops back. He's going to throw over the middle to Thomas, but that is well short of the first down marker as Kegler able to make the stop on the play after a 9-yard gain, but FIU will have to punt it away now. Baltimore State football, it's a 2nd and 5. Riles back to pass, but he can't get it away in time. Brought down for a 5-yard loss, and that's Anthony Johnson this time for his 2nd sack of the game. Now it's a 3rd and 10. Riles going to drop back. He rolls left. He has plenty of space, plenty of time. He's going to throw it deep to Harewood, and he tries to make the catch, but he's pushed, and the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. Baltimore State punts it away, but FIU goes 3 and out, and they punt. So now, under 3 minutes to go, Baltimore State football. Here's Riles, gets it out to Duncan this time, and Jadarius Duncan able to fight forward for a first down. His first catch of the game goes for 10 yards. Now 3rd and 10 for Baltimore State. 3 receivers to the right side. Here's Riles. He gets it away deep to Duncan, and it's nearly intercepted again. Falls to the ground, and Baltimore State will punt it away again. Now 3rd and 10 for FIU. They look like they're just going to run the clock down as Phillips gets the carry and gets about 2 on the play, and FIU will punt it away. Baltimore State uses a timeout, so 51 seconds to go. Here's the punt. Aldrin Johnson back to return this one. Johnson going to take it up the right side. He's past the 50, up to the 40, and he's going to be pushed out at about the 37-yard line. Baltimore State with a golden opportunity to get some points on the board. Riles going to throw over the middle to Griffin, and Griffin brought down after a gain of 13. Baltimore State just outside the red zone. It's going to be a 3rd and 10, though. Here's Riles. He's going to throw left side to Griffin, and Griffin gets inside the 20, but can't get the first down marker, a yard shy. And Baltimore State is going to go for it now on 4th and 1. Very surprising call. But here's Riles, rolls out right. He's going to throw it to Duncan, and Duncan makes the catch, just barely gets the first down. 2-yard gain, just enough to get the first for him. So Philip Hayden comes out to kick the field goal, and Baltimore State takes the lead right before the end of the half. So the Stallions take a 10-7 lead, but a really quiet first half from both of these teams. We'll have to see what happens in the second. Baltimore State's offense has been really quiet in this game so far, but defensively they've been lights out. FIU has 29 total offensive yards and no first downs so far in this game. So Baltimore State's defense definitely doing their job. And Baltimore State's just done a really good job of clock control so far. And if that continues into the second half, this should be a cakewalk for the Stallions. And 1st and 10, Riles finally gets a snap off. He'll get it to Harewood on the screen. Harewood up the left sideline, up to the 50, to the 40, and he's pushed out of bounds. A big gain on the play, but it's going to go for naught because there was a clip on the play. Miles Reed pushed somebody in the back, so Baltimore State will go back to the 24-yard line. Now it's a 1st and 13. Riles in the shotgun. He drops back, and he's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. Jamal Gates makes a stop on the play, and now it's going to be a 2nd and 23 for Baltimore State. Riles in the shotgun again. He drops back, rolls to the right. He's going to throw to a wide open Javier Harewood, and Harewood's going to get 24 yards. Great play by Baltimore State's offense, but now we have a 3rd and 7. Here's Riles. He's going to throw, and it's swatted away by Brown, and Baltimore State will have to punt it away now. FIU not out of this game completely, but they definitely have to get something going offensively as Alexander drops back. He's going to throw right side to Phillips, and Phillips is able to get the first down of the game for FIU. It took them about a half and some change in order to get their first down, but they finally got it. Now 1st and 10. Here's Alexander. He's going to throw over the middle, and it's caught by Thomas. Thomas up to about the 42-yard line. A 17-yard gain in the first down. So now 2nd and 3. Armour in motion to the right side. And here's a handoff to Phillips. And Ford can't bring him down. Neither can Collier, but Cole and Brown able to finally bring him down after a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 1. Baltimore State looking run right now. Here's Alexander. He drops back. Throws left side to Matt Carey. And Carey breaks a few tackles. He's up to the 30. Brought down at the 28-yard line. A 19-yard gain in the play. New set of downs, and now it's a 3rd and 10. Alexander back to pass. Under pressure, brought down by Collier. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by Mike Vitito. Vitito is going to take it all the way. Nobody's going to catch him. A 59-yard fumble return for a touchdown for the backup defensive end, Mike Vitito. And Baltimore State takes a 10-point lead after a strip sack by Collier. Vitito picks it up and takes it all the way. And this has been a pretty good game to be a defensive lineman. Of course, Noah Curtis with the fumble return earlier in the game. Now Vitito has his own. FIU football. Now it's a 2nd and 9. Phillips able to stiff arm Nick Wentworth. So never mind what I said about defensive linemen having a good game. 6-yard gain in the play. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 3. Handoff to Hunter. James Hunter checks into the game, and he's across midfield. A big gain on the play. 24 yards and a new set of downs for the Golden Panthers. So now it's going to be a 1st and 10. Alexander quickly brought down for a sack by Dwight Patrick. That was a nickel blitz, and Patrick just cuts inside and is able to get the sack. Now we have a 3rd and 14. Handoff to Phillips up the middle, and he gets about 3 yards. That's about it. Kevin Hodges makes the stop. Now it's Baltimore State football. It's a 3rd and 2. Here's Riles. He's going to get it away. Finds Duncan. Duncan breaks free. He's across the 50, past the 40, and he's finally brought down at about the 28-yard line. A 44-yard reception, and that's going to bring an end to the 3rd quarter of football. Baltimore State with a 17-7 advantage. We'll see what happens in the 4th. Fourth quarter action, Baltimore State with a 2nd and 5 now. Looking to add on to their lead as Riles finds Reed for a 1st down after a 5-yard gain. Baltimore State now inside the red zone, but they have a 3rd and 7. Here's Riles, FIU with the pressure. He's going to scramble right. Looks like he's going to get caught, so he throws it, and it's incomplete. Looking for Aldrin Johnson on the play, but now Baltimore State will settle for a field goal. Now it's 20-7. 3rd and 2 for FIU on the next drive, and Phillips goes nowhere. Stood up by Kegler. About a few inches getting the play, but nothing really doing there. And FIU going to go for it. They're down 2 possessions, desperately trying to get back into this game, and Alexander will find Carey over the middle for an 8-yard gain and a new set of downs. But time is still ticking for FIU. 3rd and 8, just shy of midfield. Here's Alexander back to throw. He's going to throw right side, and to nobody in particular, just kind of threw that away. Alexander not having a very good game so far in this game. And now a 4th and 8. They converted the first one just a moment ago. Can they get this one? Alexander not going to be able to get the ball off in this one. A loss of 6 on the sack, and it will be a turnover on downs as Patrick got there first and then Collier finished him off. So now Baltimore State looking to run the clock down now. Here's a handoff to Reed up the middle. And Miles Reed gets about 4 yards and a 1st down. FIU uses a timeout. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 2. It's a fake to Reed. Riles gets it out and swatted away by JoJo Lewis. And Baltimore State is actually going to go for it on 4th and 2. They want to end this one on their terms. There's a handoff to Reed. He cuts it outside, and he's able to get the 1st down. Took a big shot, but gets the first. FIU is going to use their timeout. They use it after 1st down as well. Now a 2nd and 4. Handoff to Reed up the middle, and he just barely gets the 1st down on a 5-yard gain. And Baltimore State could probably run the clock out now, but doesn't look like they want to do that. Here's a handoff to Reed up the middle, and Reed rumbles ahead for about 8 yards on the play. And Baltimore State looking to run the score up on FIU. Now here's a handoff to Reed up the middle, and he's going to get the 1st down. And I don't think Baltimore State's done. Now about 40 seconds to go. And here's another handoff to Reed, and he's going to get in there for a touchdown. Absolutely no quarter shown on senior day, as Baltimore State will walk away with a 27-7 win, their first win in school history against Florida International. And Baltimore State controls their own destiny as far as the Conference USA Championship game goes, sitting at 7-0 in the conference. And now Baltimore State in a position where they could win the East Division in Conference USA next week. All they would have to do is win against Florida Atlantic next week and have Marshall lose to Florida International, and they'll be going to their second straight Conference USA Championship game. Overall, I just feel more comfortable with this offense with Niko Riles at quarterback than I did with Franklin Jones. I think this offense is more geared towards a scrambling quarterback. Now, Riles didn't have a perfect game by any means. Of course, he did fumble, and that led to FIU's only points of the game. But overall, I just like the feel of the offense with Riles at quarterback over Jones being quarterback. Jones will definitely have a chance next year to be the starter, but we'll have to see if he even wants to stay at the school anymore. But we do get a big player back next week. Josh Seymour makes his return after his back injury a few weeks ago. So he'll be the starter next week. You'll still get a pretty big dose of Reed in the game, though. I mean, he is the power back, and then Seymour's the speed back. So I think you'll see Reed more in the game in like short yardage situations, and then on passing downs, I'll have Seymour out there. First down will be out there. I think Seymour's more of a every down back, but I just feel like Reed adds more variety to the offense. So both of them will get a lot of playing time next week against Florida Atlantic. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you are new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the sub button as well. Click on the bell, join the notification gang, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this. I'm out of here. Deuces.